kids ride bicycles, adults ride bicycles, and Mrs. Hall, who if you look at with your eyes, you'll know who she is right away because she's the one in our class that you've never met before. And she rides a lot of bicycles. She's here to talk about safe ways of riding bicycles.
Thank you. Hi, right, I'm Mrs. Hall from City Hall, so that's easy to remember, and I appreciate that all of you wore your name tags, and I'm sorry I didn't wear my name tag, well, a couple didn't, but that's okay. Right. I appreciate knowing who you are, and so I can call you by name. Now, how many of you really have bicycles or are going to get one this summer? Can I see your hands? Okay, lots of people have bicycles. Great, okay. You know, put your hands down. Thank you. All of you probably have some sort of terrific story you could tell me about riding your bicycle, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to have time to hear that today. But if you keep it right up there in your head, I bet later during the day you might have a chance to draw a picture of it for me. So I'd like to get something from you, a picture from you perhaps about something that's happened with you on your bicycle, and I could get that down at City Hall and look at them. But I have so many things that I want to share with you that I don't have time for you to share your stories with me in terms of telling me about it. So I'd really appreciate that. We just go on and I'll just try to cover the things that we need to do because there's some things I need your help with, and so I'm excited about that. Well, when we're riding, I bet a lot of you are still riding on sidewalks, and some of you are in the street, and I drew a little this yesterday, so I'll just use my same drawing. But this maybe looks like your neighborhood a little bit, that there are houses and there are driveways, other houses, and a sidewalk out front, and then there's a street. Well, I came today, one of the reasons is that I need to enlist all of your help in a border patrol. And what that means is that I need you to be a part of our border patrol, and that means when borders are between countries, and you have to think of the country you're on when you're riding your bike on the sidewalk as a safe country. And any place that a car goes through or on the side is enemy territory. And so every time you come to a border where a car would cross, you need to check. You need to look both ways, and that means to really look. You can't just look with your eyes. We have to really look one way, the other way, and back again. A lot of people say left, right, left. Well, I have a teenager, and I don't think that he still knows what his left hand is. So what I like to tell kids and adults is to be sure and check where that place where the traffic comes closest and where the traffic comes from furthest away. And you check and double check. Now, to be able to do that, there's one thing that we need to practice, and that means getting out of our own driveway. So I have a little exercise that I'd like to do with you, but I'm going to need your teacher's help. So I need you to think just a minute to see whether you think your teacher would like to drive a truck or a sports car for me. How many think she should drive a truck? Let me see your hands. How many think she should drive a sports car? Oh, boy, I think we'll let her drive the sports car. Anybody guess what color that sports car might be? Anybody guess what color the car might be? Mike? Red. I just happen to have a red sports car here. Do that to really help pretend I brought part of my bicycle along. I'm going to give everybody a chance to drive and ride on my bicycle. What we're going to pretend is that this is our driveway right here, and your teacher's going to be down here. This is going to be like the street outside your driveway. Now, parents sometimes feel like they want to beautify where they're living and almost want to hide their driveway, it seems like. So sometimes there's bushes and plants that are grown right alongside their driveway. So this is going to be, it's a bush up here. So what I'm going to need is for these four to line up first, right here. Everybody's going to have a chance. There we go. And I'm going to ask Brianna, what you need to do, Brianna, is that you look, you see the car, can you go? No. You have to wait till you don't see the car. And when you don't see the car, your out here in the street and want to look behind me, and I look behind me and I turn my bicycle, I'm going to go right out in front of the car. So what I need to practice is going straight and being able to still look behind me and keep my bicycle straight. Okay? Now we're going to all have a chance to do this. The other thing is that we have to really be able to know, I need to be able to know that you're looking and really seeing. So we're going to do a little exercise where everybody's going to have a chance again to ride my bicycle. Lots of fun, right? Okay. When I hold my hand like this is a fist. When you see my hand like a fist, can you say fist?
Fist.
Okay, when it's like this, it's hand. Hand. Okay, this is a
Fist.
this is, okay. What we're going to do is have a chance for you to look twice and tell me whether you see a fist or my hand. And I might be tricky, so you have to really look to see if I'm going to have the fist or the hand. And the important part, though, is to try to keep the bicycle going straight. So, let's start with Checkers, is your name right? Can we have those first 4 kids down to Chris come up and line up over here? Right in there? Okay. Now I want you to ride your bike straight over there towards your teacher. Okay, don't run her over though. Be sure and check the brakes. Now what I'm going to do, okay, go. Look. And it was a fist, and you look again, and it's hand. Good job. All right. Kind of tough being first. Okay, Chris, here we go. You understand what you need to do? When I don't look until I tell you to look. Go. Look. Look over at me. Look. This, right? And hand. Good job. Okay, everybody, this is harder than it looks. Everybody's going to have a chance.
Do you know what you're supposed to do with the handles when you're looking? What happens usually when you turn your head? Your handles turn too, so the idea is to turn your head, but keep your handles
Keep the handlebars straight, going right down the straight line. Okay, go. Look. Good job. Look. Good. All right.
Handlebars stayed straight.
All right. Okay. Does everybody remember what we were trying to practice? And you can I have everybody's attention, please? May I have everybody's attention, please? Okay. You can practice this at home, out in your driveway with your friends. You can do this in the school playground if you can bring your bikes here. walking and be able to check behind you. You've been a good audience